Alright, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrubae here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. And today we've got to talk about this Florida man news story I found. I'm telling you, people from Florida, I don't go looking. Your state just has the best news to make fun of. Basically, if there's one thing we all know, it's that you should avoid doing meth at all times. But if you are gonna do meth, you probably shouldn't call the cops and ask them to come test your meth for you. But for one man in Florida, apparently he didn't get the memo because he ended up calling the cops and saying that he had meth and wanted to get it tested because he thought it was fake. You know, the person taking the call had to have thought they were getting pranked. Wait, you're calling me to tell you that you are in possession of meth? Yeah, I want you guys to come test it. Anyways, I just thought it was insane, so without further ado, let's get into it. Florida man who called cops to check quality of meth could get the case dropped. Do you think they're maybe dropping the case because they just kind of feel bad? They're like, you know, when he's not on the meth, he's a pretty reasonable dude, and I think he learned his lesson after calling the cops to come test his meth. Seriously, dude, I feel like this is one of those situations where he sobered up in the jail cell and was like, wait, I did what? I called you guys to come test my meth? It'd be hilarious if he called them and he was like, hey, listen, I just smoked this meth. It was some really strong stuff. Can you send some over to test the strength of this? I gotta tell my dealer that I want some more of whatever this was. They're like, no, we can't come tell you how strong your illegal drugs are so you can go get more of them. Are you sure? Yeah. Where do you live, though, just in case? We might have some officers come check out the meth just in case it's really cool. Ah, brilliant idea. Hands over his address. I feel like snitching on yourself is just mega embarrassing, man. Like, just, like the realization that you have gotten yourself into a crap ton of trouble. Even if the charges are dropped, this has become an entire debacle. He's been arrested now, probably had to sit in a cell for a little bit. Lawyers' fees ain't cheap. A Florida man who asked police to check the quality of methamphetamine he'd purchased could end up getting the case dismissed. Thomas Colucci, 41, called 911 in March and told the dispatcher he'd purchased some meth from a man named JJ that he met at a bar and wanted to know whether he'd been ripped off. Imagine if this is something the police force actually offered, like there's a commercial on television. Hi, do you believe a man named JJ ripped you off by selling you meth in a bar? Well, if you call our hotline, we will come check it, and you'll know if JJ scammed you. All that we ask is that you let us handle JJ, and you don't go get revenge. I feel like going around telling people doing meth that, like, they might have gotten ripped off is probably a bad idea if you want crime to go down. And listen, Thomas seems like a reasonable guy. He called the police to verify the safety of his meth. He did not want to be harmed, and for that, I have to give him, like, the slightest amount of credit. But still, man, something in your mind should have gone off and been like, I really should not call the cops. Even if you bought meth that you thought was bad quality, you thought you got ripped off, I understand being pissed, because bad drugs can literally kill people. But I don't think you should get the cops involved. You should probably spread the word that the guy's product is garbage and leave it there just because now you're the one who had to sit in jail for a long time. The guy, JJ, who was selling you the crap, was still selling the crap while you were in the slammer for trying to, you know, get it tested or whatever. And it's one of those situations where, like, the cops' hands are tied. I'm sure, you know, they were kind of feeling bad about it. But at the same time, someone calls you to their house, pulls out their meth and meth paraphernalia. You're like, I literally have to arrest you, even if I wanted to let you go. There's nothing I can do because you just whipped out your meth in front of me while I'm on the job. A dispatcher sent a couple of deputies to Colucci's house to help him out, and he handed over 2 small baggies containing white crystal-like substance, and the Hernando County Sheriff's Office said in the statement. Bro, he was really ready to go. He was treating this like FedEx coming to take the package. The cops pulled up. He's like, I even put it in small convenient baggies for you, officer. Here you go. They were like, oh, thank you for handing me baggies of evidence. Now I don't need to bag up the baggie. I just can't believe that, man. Imagine being the guy getting the call from, like, the dispatch office or whatever. I don't know how it works. Yeah, can you guys go over to this dude's house? He says he has meth that he wants tested. He says he'll give it to you as soon as you guys pull up. Wait, are you serious? This sounds like it's a trap or something. Colucci told the deputies he already tried some of it and suspected he'd been sold bath salts. Colucci went on to tell deputies he was an experienced user, having used meth in the past, and knew what it should feel like, and eventually, the substance Colucci had recently purchased did not provide the expected sensation, so he called 911. Police said Colucci told the deputies he did not want other people purchasing fake meth and he wanted to put the person in trouble for selling dangerous drugs. Okay, so very poorly thought out, but his heart was in the right place. Like I said, dangerous fake drugs can kill somebody, genuinely. So I understand him wanting to get the person who sold him apparently fake stuff in trouble. I understand him wanting to get that person off the streets. Don't get it twisted. I'm not here saying I don't get it. It's just horribly thought out because it doesn't really matter. I think the cops still have to arrest you, even if you're trying to have your heart in the right place. And what's really funny is he's selling himself out to be a very regular meth user. He would know if meth was real or not. So at this point, I'm like, oh, this guy JJ really sold him fake stuff. I mean, if it's so fake that you're willing to call the cops and get yourself in trouble to get the guy who sold it to you in trouble, then you would assume this has to be the most garbage fake of all time. You have to be really mad to call the cops on yourself, basically. But what's funny is apparently his expertise wasn't that great because when they tested it, it just actually was real meth. As it turns out, Colucci was wrong. A field test revealed the meth was real and he was arrested on charges of possession of a controlled substance and possession of paraphernalia. According to court documents obtained by the smoking gun, Colucci recently agreed to a pretrial intervention contract with prosecutors that could see all charges against him dismissed. The contract, which was filed June 3rd, requires Colucci to perform 25 hours of community service and pay $700 in court costs and fees. According to the report, he also must refrain from consuming alcohol or illegal drugs and submit to a regular drug testing for 24 months. If Colucci successfully completes the pretrial supervision, the case disappears, but if he violates the terms, he will face trial on felony and misdemeanor charges. Alright, so the terms of the deal definitely suck, I'm not gonna lie, but it is better than the prison sentence itself. And once again, their hands are kind of tied because you called them and told them that you had meth and to come over. At least they're working with him a little bit to give him the supervision and whatnot, because his heart was in the right place trying to get dangerous drugs off the street. Just super embarrassing that it wasn't a fake illegal drug. It was a real illegal drug. I'm not saying that it wasn't illegal, but he called the cops thinking he was about to save everybody, get this dangerous product off the streets only for it to be real. Do you think when he found out he was real, he just was like, oh, can you guys just go home? Can we just pretend that this didn't happen? I guess if he had already tried it, that makes it make a little bit more sense. He was already on the real meth when he was calling them, complaining about it being fake. That probably changes your thinking a little bit. No, I'm doing the right thing for sure. This won't backfire at all. They'll appreciate my help. And listen, the pretrial supervision thing, like I said, it's not fantastic, but it's better than jail, especially because if he can pass it, it just gets dismissed. I'm pretty sure when it gets dismissed, it doesn't even stay on his record. The arrest would be there, but not necessarily everything that he was charged with. I'm not too sure specifically how it works. I know it varies from state to state, but at least they're trying to work with him because he was trying to get dangerous stuff off the street. My goodness, dude. Moral of the story, if you are going to do anything bad, you shouldn't think it through. But if you are going to do anything bad, just maybe don't call the police and tell them that you're doing it while you're doing it and that they should come watch you do it. But yeah, on that note, guys, I think that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, I'd appreciate y'all taking a second to press the like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments section down below. And of course, subscribe if you're new and turn on notifications. I post 2 videos a day on this channel. And if you like content like this, you should sub and turn on noties. On that note, though, guys, that'll really do it. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.